use the meal too.
Thank you guys for coming. Hey, so you're at Madison, and thank you everybody tapping the screen and sending heart me's and stuff. Someone asked where you are. I remember you're in Madison, right? Okay.
Yeah, he's at Madison.
Okay, so anybody in the chat just coming in, I see you guys. Old School Mom, Matt, Max Streets, Bumper. What's up, Skits? Oh, yeah, that's you, James. So he's and Bud. What's up, man? He's telling me what's going on, where he's at, and she got him on the phone. He's saying that they're doing things like against the handbook policy. They're actually just checking things without him being present. Now I don't know if Bumper's still in here, but I want to know. Ask him something if he's still in here. Oh, what's up, JoJo? Big shit popping. What's up, bro? All right, so what do you feel? When's the last time you had a shakedown when this took place?
My shakedown took place 5 days ago.
And you weren't what? They made you go to the day room.
Yeah, they told me I couldn't be present. I had to go sit in the day room.
So unless they change something, right, which I don't think they did, unless they change something in the policy, they are not supposed to ever tell you you're not allowed to be there. Because if you request to be there, no matter how annoyed they get, they have to do it. We had a situation at Lebanon where we were shooting tattoos. They caught us. They tried to find the gun, and we passed it from person to person, and he got away. Well, the CO was so mad that he told us to sit at the tables, and we all stood against the wall. Like, 1 minute you're telling us to get up against the wall, now you're telling us to go to the table. I said, we're going to stand right here. So he shook us down. He was mad, so he threw one of my homies pictures of his kid. And I think one might have went in the toilet or landed by the toilet. So he ended up locking him in the cell, and then he got level 4 because he slammed the door. And dude freaked out, hit the man down. They all come running in. But he didn't realize that's technically confining a CO. You know, that example, we were standing there kind of watching him, and he got mad. So he started doing things to piss him off. Right here. They're not supposed to do that.
What level are you again, Brad? What level are you?
I'm level 1.
JoJo, right. You're level 1? Okay, so they probably feel like they could get away with shit because that's a camp. Even JoJo just said you got to be present, and especially if you request it. Now, you're not supposed to just be able to say, like, okay, cool, whatever. Now, they might have changed it if they got body cams on, right? But that still doesn't make it okay because they could just do whatever the hell they want. Do they wear body cams there?
They wear body cams.
He stayed, old school mom. He stayed. He's in level 1 camp in Madison, and they're more or less saying things that they feel like's going on. Now, what's the staff like there? Like, are they pretty chill, or are they aggressive?
So, I mean, it can be aggressive, but they're not.
Same.
They're pretty laid back, but it's basic time-to-time movement, so it's motion movement only. And what I mean by that is everything is set in a schedule.
Now, is there a reason? Is there a specific reason they're doing that? Do you want me to bring her in here? I'll see her.
Yeah.
No idea.
Because,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
go
Do
ahead.
not get me wrong. There's still hella contraband here in this camp. Okay? This is not even a camp. I call it a fucking adult daycare center. Okay?
Yeah.
There's nothing really going on except most of the COs here are crooked. That's it. If be one. Don't be both. Don't be a CO and be a crooked CO. Just be the crooked one and lose the outfit.
No, I know what you mean. I used to hate that when they'd come in one day, be cool, and the next day bust you, and they're all over the place. I would only like that when they were one way.
But,
Thank
he's
you.
still having trouble getting into medical.
Yeah, go wait to see medical. It's been 2 weeks.
He, got refused meals.
Numerous times for supposedly going to another area without permission, but the last I checked, and then on rule book, it says when your dorm is called to chow, the yard is open, period. when the yard is open, it's movement all day. Anywhere, to and from, whatever you want. And they're trying to change it up to now if your dorm's called, or before your dorm is called, if you choose to go somewhere, then you're forfeiting your lunch, your breakfast, or your dinner, depending on what time you do it.
Yeah, that don't sound right. I've never been to a level 1, but only 2s and 3s. But I've always thought level 1s were more lenient with that. It sounds like they're trying to change the rules. I mean, it's been a couple years since I've been in the system, but you're saying that normally when they open the yard and they do chow and they clear it for chow, you're saying normally people are just out roaming around, right? That's the open yard. You go on passes and do this and do that.
Correct.
But they're changing
They're
it.
saying you can't leave until your dorm is called to chow. You can't even go outside until chow time.
Have
When
you
your
been
dorm
able
is
to get a
called,
hold
then
of?
the yard is open.
Can you get a hold of a rule book like have you been able to try to get your hands on one? Because one thing I will say is it's a policy.
I have 3 of them.
You
And
have?
I carry one in my pocket.
Okay. Because sometimes they don't even have them in the dorm and they act like they do, but when you go to ask for it, they can't produce it. That's illegal right off the rip. So at least you got that part out the way. You've been looking through it and reading it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Because I haven't. I wish I actually could look at one.
I mean, written up numerous grievances. I've cited the correct people. I've done my paper trail, but it's when it gets up to them, they all want to close it out and change today.
What's
I got
what are you talking about?
into my tablet, and I went to my requests for whatever I need, and I had sent a kite out to the inspector on why I was denied a meal. I explained it word for word.
Sissy 8, she's happier than ever.
Exactly what happened.
Oh, hold on, there's your doctor.
I guess the one that was reviewing it didn't like what I said, so he wrote his little smart-ass comment and was like, well, you did forfeit your lunch that day because you left without your dorm being called, but it stated in my request when I sent to him, our dorm was called. Instead of me taking the shortest route possible to the chow hall, I walked past the recreation hall and past the library hall, which is the long route. Where in the rule book does it say I cannot choose which route to go for me to get to chow? It doesn't.
That's weird.
And I was denied a meal. That's a grievance right off rip. I lost a privilege that everybody else got. Everybody else in the dorm got to eat but me.
Yeah, see, now that is crazy because they are not supposed to, even during anomalies, and thank you, Packy Vision fan page and for that. Anytime somebody does that, like even James said, right, when the yard's open, it is supposed to be that way. Now, if they're going against that, it don't matter if there's an anomaly of whatever. You are supposed to say, hey, I did not eat. They go down and get you a tray, even if they got to get the tray from the CO's thing. And I've actually done it. I've used it. Now, people ruined it for other people probably by using it to their advantage.
When you're done, can you check on the couch in case Kelly isn't caring for
Gotcha.
It would be a styrofoam tray.
Yeah, that or it would be that or a what they used to call a
What's on her name?
one or the other. Go show mom. I don't know, baby. Either way, one or the other, you can't just not eat. You know what I mean? There's people who sued prisons because of certain things like this. Now I don't know about that right there, but that's crazy. Yeah, absolutely, I am. This is what I do. I'm an advocate for this.
Well,
She has her birthmark
if you
on
wanted
her
to,
neck.
you can get my info from my wife, where she can post it on there. My name and my inmate number.
Okay.
And you can add me on the Getting Out app. And I can talk to you there.
Yeah, that's cool because I got that app. I think I got it on my one phone, but not my other phone. Hey, to the people on YouTube side, I'll be reading these comments in a second. I got a guest on this. If you can either come to TikTok or hang out, and I'll be right over. But yeah, so I got a guest right now. Kidnapped by the Feds was in here. I don't know if he still is. Shout out to him. He does content. Thank you for the gift. So this is crazy because so you feel like they're targeting you though, or are they just going out of their way now to be like a certain way, or was it just these couple incidences? What do you feel like that?
I mean, it's almost an everyday occurrence.
Something's happening on an everyday occurrence.
And it's the specific ones, which one is working right now.
Okay, so you feel like you're a targeted individual more or less within the prison system.
Correct.
Right. Have you been to the hole yet at all since they've been there? Have they made you go to the hole for anything or wrote you tickets from this in particular person?
No.
That's good.
Okay, so they tried to threaten me with the whole, and I told them, I said, you know what, my first number, I was in Noble back in '06, 10 years ago, actually about 11, but I spent most of my time in the hole for fighting, and the hole ain't nothing to me.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna throw me in there, I said, please, go ahead.
Right.
And then you're gonna hear a phone call from my wife, because she's gonna call up here wondering.
Yeah, but what were they threatening to put you in the hole for in the first place?
So they did a shakedown, and I got loud with one of them and was like, it says in your guys' rule book that the inmate can be present during any shakedown. And you're telling me to go out in the day room? No, I'm standing right the fuck here.
And they tried. Okay, that makes sense. It doesn't make sense,
And
but
he went to go grab his mace like he was about to mace somebody. I said, go ahead, mace me with that bear spray. I said, you hit that mace, I'm gonna make sure you hit your man down.
yeah, that makes sense. They're actually. It sounds like they're trying to attack. So some CEOs, I want everybody to understand, they get jobs for that reason. Not all. I'm not saying every CEO. Some CEOs go to work. They want to do their 8, go home. Some of them are normal ass people where they're gonna match your energy and be by the book. But if you do something, they're gonna they're gonna whatever. Then you got the ones though that nobody really likes. They're the ones that even their own coworkers don't like them. They go in there, they got a power trip. They for whatever reason, something in the past, whatever the case may be, they go in there and they be like, I'm gonna piss off some inmates and convicts today. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of how they feel. I don't know what the type of person it is you're dealing with this, but it feels like I had a situation beefing with a CO at one time, and he was the reason I got fucked 12 with tattoos on my arm with middle fingers real big because of this one CO, and it made me start despising all staff, and I ended up crashing out on him and all types of shit, and at a different time, but at that time, that was not a good idea. I would never suggest nobody do that. I almost went to level 4 for that, but I got level 3. So in the meantime, I'm saying when he's doing this, you got to it's a psychological game. Like he's gonna try to find ways to get you in trouble, but you letting her know, even us, and maybe even staff higher ups that he's feeling like whatever it kind of puts in place in case something happens. If he tries to set you up or if he tries to like put something on you that ain't, you know what I mean? Anything. It's kind of good that you're making a paper trail for the fact that you can literally say, well, I've been telling you guys this dude's harassing me. This is common. Very common. They can actually make it where you guys are not around each other if they really wanted to, but then you might have to get moved because they're not going to put him in a different dorm. They're going to, you know what I mean? They're going to make you suffer.
Right. And not to mention, like,
Yeah,
I've seen some shit since I've been in here. I've seen, per se, my sergeant and his trusty sidekick, and he's a sergeant for a different dorm, but them two together are fucking like the dynamic duo of 2.4.
Thank you guys for tapping the screen.
They basically they 2.4'd somebody, and I don't know if you know what 2.4 is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reiterate for everybody that's watching or listening.
Yeah.
But 2.4 is basically where they minimize the risk that you have. And at this particular time, and it was last year around October, they 2.4'd a gentleman that was going to a different dorm. And
Okay.
And he had some in his eye drop bottle for his like nose trimmers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw that.
Well, these two sergeants came in and 2.4 to him, and they didn't find anything on him at the time. But this inmate is not in this dorm, but I know his last name is Cunningham. They tried to kill this man with fentanyl by putting it in his eye drop container. And he used it the following week, and he told his QBs, man, something didn't feel right. And he sat down, and a dude walked by and goes, dude, you're fucking high as fuck right now.
Yeah,
He's like, I didn't take anything, I didn't do anything. He was like, bro, you are fried.
So they're saying it was in his eye drop bottle.
The eye drop bottle was the oil for his nose clippers.
Yeah, but you're saying he didn't put it in there. Somebody else did. That is fucking deep. Yeah, that's crazy. So if that wasn't another convict and it really was them, especially if he had a shakedown in any time in the recent past, that is crazy shit right there. Because that's an easy way for nobody to question what happened. They're just gonna think that he himself had it and did, you know what I mean? So that's deep. They need to actually look into that. Like, the investigator know about that or what? They're just saying he was getting high.
They do. So this guy Cunningham is talking to a lawyer on the street, and he has got the FBI involved, and this place is under watch right now by the FBI.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, that could be a good thing for everybody because sometimes it takes something like that for them to start realizing the shit that's really going on. I mean, most of the convicts there are going to say they're not happy about that, but that don't mean nothing.
Right, and Brad, real quick, because we're already on 26 minutes, and I know you only got 30 minutes on the phone. Your brother wrote me from Pickaway. He said he's okay.
They got 30-minute phone calls now? Oh, I used to be... No, I thought they were 15 when I was there. Were they 30? Oh, they changed them. When I was there, it was 15, and then halfway through my 7 years, they made it,
Yeah, I was going to say.
they did make it. After the C word, I'm not going to say it, C-O-V, after everybody got sick. They don't like it on this app to say certain things. I don't know why. On this app. They don't care on this app, my other phone. But on this phone, they definitely don't like that. Yeah, I heard that. So, you, I'll have to get her to send me your information.
I will. I'll send it to you, Packy.
Yeah, that way I don't gotta get a pen and shit. You just send it to me, I'll have it on there. I don't
What's
even
up,
know where
Brad?
a pen's at right now.
Tell Packy, I will talk to him sometime. Write my brother back and ask him why he did not write a letter back to me.
All right.
Appreciate you. Yeah, nice to meet you, man. We'll bring you back on. We'll get like an update. Just pay attention and be vigilant of everything going around diligent around everything.
What time are you going to bed
Oh,
today?
yeah.
Can
All
you
right.
have the trash
Well, I'm
out?
going to disconnect now, Packy.
Okay, later. Thank you guys for coming on.
You're welcome.
Frank said, when was you at Noble? He was at, okay, so our guest that was just on, he was at Noble in 2000, I think he said 5 or 6. Someone else in the chat just said, James, was it James? Yeah, he was there during 2006. I think that's when they had that riot. F2. And I was in Noble for 2021 and I think 22, something like that. Yeah, Noble was cool, but there was a couple spots that was, wild, but for the most part, it was decent there. I liked how they had a double yard. They had a pit yard down below and then another yard. That was pretty cool. It was a massive compound. That was pretty cool. And when I was there, it was only C2 and D2 were like the really bad blocks, the rowdy blocks. C1 was right in row. And you would be like laying there and you'd hear all this crazy shit above you, rumbling above you. And all the new ride-ins who just got there are listening to all the crazy shit going on above you and above the ceiling from people who've been living there for years. And then you sit there on Ride and Row wondering where they're going to put you. Someone told me, like, oh, you're going upstairs. I'm like, why? He's like, you got anything crazy on your record, STG gang shit, any kind of fights, any kind of violence, you're going upstairs. I'm like, all right, and he was right. That's where they put me. uh, to YouTube people, my bad. I had that guest on, so it took me a minute to catch up with y'all. All the people over here saying no one cares about prison. Why are you talking about prison? You care about prison because you've been here listening for like 15 minutes. I'm an advocate for prison reform. I told my story. I'm showing people you can change. I've been free for 2 years. I don't plan on ever going back. I know people say don't say it the other way because you jinx yourself. I don't plan on doing anything to put myself back in prison. I got homies that didn't even make it 2 weeks free and they went back. They weren't ready yet to get their life together. I've been free for 25 months. I've been doing great. I built a whole new life for me and my family. We've been doing amazing compared to what we used to be before I went to prison. So you guys can say whatever you want. It ain't gonna change anything. It ain't gonna change any of what I just said. It just strengthens me to continue doing this. What's up, Andy Wheeler? Chachi, what's up? A1 was right in row when I got there. Yeah, it was completely different then, I guess. That was a long time ago. Was you there for the riots and shit? A2 after 6 months moved to E2. Oh yeah, it's completely different. Big riot. Yep. You was in C1. C1 was right in row when I was there, Frank. Was it still for you? Matter of fact, yeah, you were there like a year before I got there. You might have been there while I was there. Plenty are interested. Yeah, like, so some people, this is what I found. Some people are interested because they are just curious. They want to learn. They like true crime. They like prison. Most people get a hold of me telling me that their family is their incarcerated loved ones, family of incarcerated loved ones, or that they got a mom, a dad, a husband, a wife, a child that's in prison. They'll ask me questions. I have them contacting me saying, "Hey, I had this question, so I searched for it. Your video popped up, and now I know what my loved one's going through." That's one thing. We've had people who were waiting to go to prison rock with us on our podcast for months, and then actually went to prison. We ain't talked to him since. Shout out to Fragman over here on TikTok. He should be in CRC or waiting to ride out. He was supposed to send us his real information so we could add him, and I don't think he ever did. I gotta ask JB, but yeah, we helped coach him for what, probably what, 4 months, y'all, and he was going to do a mandatory 11 years. He was scared, as he should be. Big Red, what's up? Thank you for the heart. Nobody should ever act like going to prison is something to take lightly. He admitted he was nervous. I was nervous. I don't think anybody that acts like they was not nervous going to the joint is crazy. I think Johnny, hold on. Johnny looks like he's possibly incarcerated right now. I just got a follow. I followed you back. If I'm not mistaken, that little photo looks like a JPEG photo. I can't click your profile right now though. So yeah, CRC was easy time. Yeah, CRC, you're just reception, waiting to ride out. You guys know that. Not everybody knows that. I'm up north in Warren, Ohio, which is Youngstown, Trumbull County. So for us, we go to Lorraine, but I heard they changed it to all violation time, so I don't know. And on YouTube, I'm letting you guys know I skimmed through and looked for the serious comments. Last night I had 170 or something like that people watching me, and it leveled out to like 110, then it leveled out to like 50. And out of all them people, I probably had 10 people engaging with the chat. Like legit. All those other people were trolling me, spamming shit. So I've learned that I can't engage with everybody on YouTube. Lucy said, I'm not going to call you what your name says. We're going to call you Lucy because that's a girly ass name to try to act like you're the devil. Uh, Said that I am the real Mac Miller. You can't fool us, bro. You're Mac Miller. So you're trying to say it's a conspiracy theory? Nah, I don't fuck with your name though, for real. I don't like that. Oh, you said you are the devil? Craziest story from prison? Yeah, I don't know. I love God, but alright, cool. Let me see. Let me think. What would be the craziest story? What do y'all think I should get in? Maybe I could think of a story time I ain't never done at all. Or even for TikTok. Let me try to think. I could go into like many different stories, bro. but I really want to talk about something I've never talked about before at all. The most gang affiliated camp is Noble. Gingerbread Boys. I actually never heard of that. When I was there was definitely gangs there. Organizations were at Noble, but I'm pretty sure they had got a pretty good control over it compared to what it was prior. You worked at CRC, but not no more. I can't say. Never mind. I was about to go into something about there, but I'm not gonna do it out of anonymity for that individual. What's up, Cuzzo? Shit, I got my two phones going. I'm trying to keep up with both. I just had a guest come on that was from locked up in prison. Their family put them on to talk about us. Talk People always say that about Max Crosby. You said you're new to the channel. What's up? So I've been free for 2 years. I served 7 years. I'm in recovery from addiction. I'm an advocate for prison reform, and I try to give people insights on what's going on in prison with corruption and crazy shit. And then on top of that, I just tell my life story. And then I went on 6 different podcasts, and I just pretty much that's it. And then I turned it into a podcast where I like to talk about true crime, paranormal, and mostly prison talk. Sometimes I do this and I'll just hang out on live. Thank you, Skits. Sometimes I'll just hang out like this and live, and then sometimes I'll actually have like specific topics. I think I am gonna go into like a quick story time because somebody asked me to. Let me see. Picking up my boyfriend on the 3rd after doing 8 years. What should I expect? Level 5. Is that in Ohio? Okay, so level 5, right? If I need to know what state it is, well, or at least if it's Ohio, because state to state levels system means different things. And Michigan, okay, see, I have no idea how that works. Uh, I said that because level 5's here, you're in a room all day, so you'd be like psychologically different. Um, 10-year bit and over 8 years. So are you home now, Johnny? Is that an old photo or are you incarcerated? He was. So when it comes to that, right, you need to just know you need to have patience with your man, right? He's going to be different. He's not going to be the same person to win in. That's a fact. He's going to be changed. Some people let it make them worse. Some people let it make them better. Yeah. I just recently, well, I don't mind holding. I'm just trying to, I got to run these two phones. Let me get these set up and then set her to my phone.
Oh, you stink like poop.
Like this. Did she go?
You stink like poop.
Monique, I think she went to the bathroom. Should I put this on pause or what?
No, I'll change it.
Here, I'll come help you. When it comes to this, damn, it's so hard to run your real life combined with social media and shit. Like, I got two phones, and then I gotta do my daddy stuff, and then I gotta try to keep up with the same conversations at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta remember what we were talking about while taking care of my kids.
They can't see her face.
But anyway, so with that, right, and I'll go into the story in a second. I would say you need to be patient with your dude, and you need to understand that he will not be the same. But it doesn't mean bad things. Make sure she's not in the camera.
She's not.
And what?
She's not in
Babe,
the
she's gonna be naked, and I don't want.
Oh,
You just never know who's watching.
Bless you, baby.
Weirdos could be watching. So when it comes to that, right, you need to understand that he's gonna have some mental health shit, right? So all my OGs that have been watching me for a while will remember that we have 11 security cameras here at our house.
She doesn't need a team.
You sure?
Yeah, it's blue.
She didn't pee or nothing? Right. I was even having night terrors, right, is what I'm saying. And that might be the case. It just depends on what kind of life he's lived and what kind of bid he had. But you need to know that you have to know that he's going to need you to be there for him, right? A support system is the only thing that's going to keep that man out of prison. The people who come home and are forced to go to a halfway house, they don't got nobody allowing them to use their address, They barely was able to make phone calls in prison. They barely got people sending them money in prison. Those people really have it hard because it feels like it's us against the world. Well, I can't say us because I wasn't like that. It feels like it's the convict against the world because they are set up. It feels like it's set up for failure, right? They really need somebody to help them, whether that's family, their significant other. He's gonna be like, he might even be kind of distant, but you need. That's why I keep saying patience. You have to like let things happen at his own pace, right? If you gotta go somewhere, give him the option to come or not come. Don't be like, come on, we're going here. He might want to go because he's gonna be excited, right? But there will be days that he'll feel like looking at you and it'll catch him off guard. Like maybe he don't want to go, but he'll feel like you're putting him on the spot, so he don't want to feel weird, and he might force himself to go. But the whole time he got anxiety in the car. You might not know that. You see what I'm saying? You want to be very, very, very open with him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Mary. Because in a communication, you want to talk to him and be like, do not feel afraid to speak and tell me how you're feeling. Don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. You've been in prison, so now you feel like you gotta have this hard exterior, this shell to kind of like carry yourself. That's how people think. He might not want to open up and tell you what's going on because he feels like it's a sign of weakness. You have to slowly work your way in there, feeling like he trusts being himself around you. Yeah, she been doing that a few days now, baby. But being himself is not the same self that you would have ever known if you knew him prior. I'm just telling you right now. That's scary. Hey, thank you, Carrier. And also, if you ever want to bring him on, Johnny. No, I probably can't. Johnny, anybody hearing this too, right? I allow guests come on, whether they're about to go, they're in, or already home from prison, before, during, and after. I like to talk to the families of incarcerated loved ones, and yeah, definitely. Yep. So the people trolling, they're getting better and better and better at this, right? You're home now. You might have been, Johnny. You might have been. Is that photo right there? That photo up top of your profile pic? Yeah, I got hella story times from Noble. I just went into like, I just did like a bunch of videos on everything I went through up at Noble, which was a lot, a lot, a lot. Someone said I'm not gonna take advice from somebody with a face tattoo. Hey, good for you. But then the person you would have took advice from regarding prison, if they ain't got no ink, most likely wasn't in prison, or if they was in a completely different setting, like a level 1 camp or something. So, like example, I'm happy to hear the guy who just came on was in that, but that's a completely different world between level 1, 2, 3, and 4-5. You got a level 1 camp, you got a level 2 open dorm, level 3 close security, and a 4-5 is max, right? Some people will never know the difference. So that guy, he's been in level 2 open dorm Noble when it was the old Noble. So he knows what prison is like, right? But now he is in a level 1 camp. That's like night and day. The old Noble he was in versus where he's at now, he has experienced real prison, and now he's calling it like a daycare for adults, he said. That's an example. Anybody who don't look, what's up, Chief? What up, bro? Sherry85, hey, I remember you. What's up? Yeah, level 5 shit's crazy. I hope he makes it. When does he come home? Got home from Belmont. He's been home 2 years. See what I'm saying? That's an example. Janissa, what is that? Janessa or Janessia, my bad. Oh yeah, Mary. I didn't know he did 17 years. Yeah, so he's gonna need that. He's gonna need that, like, that you're gonna have to be. Nah, I keep saying that. You're gonna have to also just have a very open communication with him. Like, listen, I'm gonna be honest. There's gonna be a time that you guys will have like people at the house, and you're gonna realize that he's probably up in the room. That's how it's gonna be. It's psychological warfare. People, all these people over here trolling, the ones that are on YouTube saying like whatever, making fun of me and shit. Yeah, it's funny from the outside in. People who never been to prison think it's funny. You're all saying drop the soap and this weird shit. Okay, cool. But the people who live this and are actually like experiencing this, it's a different level of psychological warfare and what they call even having a sucker attack, and meaning you're homesick. You're looking at your family photos. You're just so upset and sad. You will go through depression. Like I never thought I would have, myself in my entire life, and the only time I did that was in a joint. And don't even ask me why. You know what I mean? It's weird. You go through a mindset in there that you never even knew was available. It's like the deepest, darkest place in your mind. And now that he's at the end of it, it's gonna feel like it's a dream for him. He's gonna look back and be like, "Damn, where did the 17 years just go? I did 7 years." That's how it was with me. Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the part where you said about your story. Let me make sure I didn't miss some of these comments on both phones. Johnny, you still in here? You wanna come up? You could hop up here with me if you want.
Kylan, I want my phone now.
Oh, you don't have company, and you have a 10-year-old son. You have so he'll be meeting your 10-year-old son and everything. You're saying more or less, you've had him, and then now he's coming home. Okay. I'm curious. Did you? And there is nothing wrong with it if you met him in prison, because I've seen people fall in love that they met in prison as pen pals, and they got married, had kids, all type of shit. I'm just curious. Did you know him prior? Did you meet him since? That's kind of what I was curious about. And how long have you been talking to him? If so?
Here, Kai, give me my phone.
Yeah, Roman. I see you.
Are you guys eating now or?
True. He was home for 4 years, went back. Okay. 17 total, probably.
Hurry up.
Okay. So you've been there for a big part of his yeah, okay. So he's going to have a different level of respect for you, right? People don't understand. Well, maybe they do, right? I don't know. I don't know if females understand this too, like that's why they do it. But I'm just gonna not you. I'm not saying you, but I know some women think it, right? What I'm saying with this is when a woman or even probably a man for a woman, when they hold you down while you're in prison, it's a different level of like love and respect that you will ever have for that person. If you're the reason they make it to store days, you're the reason they got somebody to talk to before they lay their head down. You're the reason they pick the phone up and someone even answers the phone. Unless you're a piece of shit, complete maggot that's like, hold that thought. I'm going upstairs in the bathroom to smoke a cigarette. That way I'm not.
Smoke a what?
Cigaretto.
That's
Cigaretto.
Dad, can you watch your look?
For entertainment purposes only.
I have to go get plate
Yes,
food.
yes. Go ahead. So my bad, y'all. I was saying you have now earned a spot in that person's mind and heart that is completely different than like just meeting somebody at the store, right? Or just, hey, what's up? And then you guys start talking. This builds this builds relationships. That's why they made the show Love After Lockup, Maximus. No, Max. Monique, he just tried to put his hand on his paw to move my hand, and if my hand wasn't over her face, he would have clawed her whole face. Luckily, out of reaction, I put my hand over her whole head, and he clawed my hand. So if my hand was not here, he would have just clawed my daughter really bad without realizing he did it. All right, my bad. I'm trying to get situated so I can. But you see what's going on. It's hectic at my house. Hi, baby. It's a lot going on. I'm running 2 phones, trying to be a father with my family, and also run social media. Here. Back.
I guess I didn't get no food.
Oh, you want me to go get it? Why didn't you just ask me to get you a plate?
Because it's hectic in there.
So you're letting it. You want me to go get it?
Yes, please.
Yes. And I'm gonna get. I know I just missed comments and shit. Damn, babe. I think I am gonna start waiting till everybody's like in
Yeah,
bed.
I've got to clean up the spill on the floor.
Kinley, I'm sorry, babe. You're gonna have to give me a few minutes. Your mom just kicked me out the kitchen, and there's stuff all over the floor. You see what's going on? This is ridiculous. She said she's getting your food, so you're good.
You're okay. She doesn't like how your hand was over her face.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, hon.
I saved her from possibly getting blinded.
She's a fugitive.
I was only holding it for a few seconds. Hey, anybody who got like kids and shit, I know in the chat, or if you're a content creator, then you know what this is all about. Like, it's just never ending chaos and stress. When I first came home, but I wouldn't trade this for anything. So when I first came home, I would have never been able to run my social media like I do. That's a fact. You and mom need to take turns. Yeah, well, we do. We've been. This was prior to me coming on live. We all agreed. If you see, the title of this one is Family Time. This one, I didn't title it, I don't think, on YouTube. Hey, thank you. Shay, what's up? Thank you for that. You guys see, like, um, what it is over here. Well, we agreed to go live, and I said, who wants to be alive on here, on the live with me? My girls both said, yeah. Monique said, I'm going to do this and run whatever, and then once that's all done, we'll sit down and hang out. I'm like, all right. So this is me showing everybody, like, no filter on what really goes on inside of our house, you know. It's like hectic sometimes, but it's worth it. Hey, Faye, what up? Thank you for that. Let me see if we're friends. Nope. Okay, I followed you back. What's up, Wavy? What you got going on, bro? You and mom need to take turn. I was just making sure I didn't miss some shit. Let me see. For sure. That's warfare. That's crazy. Family warfare. You missed the madness? Hey, me too. I just had a baby and she's the day after Christmas, so 3 to 4 weeks. And I missed 7 years of my kids' lives. I went in, they were 7, 5, and 3. I did the dumb shit to put myself in prison. And then because of the shit that I did, while intoxicated and awake for 3 days, I did that dumb shit, and it was a chain reaction, and then I got 7 years, 6 years, 9 months to be exact. When I came back, they were like teenagers and shit. So, well, one of them. They all had attitudes. So you got to understand, for us to have this baby 2 years home, it's like I get to redo all the things that I missed. Kind of like how you just said you miss. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to come in. Oh, man. Yeah, your husband, exactly. He's been home about I mean, what, since I've been home since December of 23, because it was my daughter's birthday. I got out on my youngest daughter's birthday. So, for that to be the case, right? I, yeah, man, thank you. I've definitely feel like 25 months flew by that I've been home. What's up, man?
What up, Cuzzo?
Shit, just chilling. Let's see it, bro. Seeing what everybody's up to in here. I sent some people invites. Just kind of hanging out. And then here in a minute, I'm going to do random co-hosts and shit. They can't take that from you. Right. Yeah, fatherhood is like the most amazing, in my opinion, it's just the most amazing thing. going through all these comments, making sure I didn't miss or some of what I might have missed. Urbex, what's up? Let's see, Urbex Chief. My bad on YouTube, y'all. I'm just now like scrolling through, combing the comments because I know a lot of you guys are just fucked up people, but not everybody. Now that everything's calmed down, if you sent me something on either phone and I missed it, just send it again, please, because I wasn't seeing it. Thank you.
What you been up to, cuzzo?
Shit, I'm just doing the family thing today and nothing really. And man, it's crazy because they had my phone while I was sleeping and nobody told me I had a very important text, bro. And I'm stressing. And I got up and texted it back, and the place was already closed. Man, it got me stressed out, bro. Which I don't mind, huh?
Was it for the job?
Not that place, which is good because that's all set in stone. So if that would have been the case, it could have been bad. But for another opportunity, they text me and said, more or less, are you available for something, something? Are you still? But nobody told me. Like my kids they'll just hit ignore. They don't care. They'll hit ignore. They'll swipe away from a phone call. It could literally say I got 10
They're not
million.
gonna stop what they're doing.
No, it could come across and say I got $10 million if you go give the phone to your dad right now, and they're gonna go.
And they're gonna swipe it.
Right. So that shit's crazy. Shay, thank you for the floating hearts over here. That's crazy that I got on here this morning, right? I didn't realize that I mean, people take this as like bragging, but a lot of you guys know this has been my only form of income, so I get happy and grateful anytime I got money. Uh, I had 120 that's supposed to come tomorrow from YouTube, and then I woke up this morning and said I made $42 last night on live. So, you know, I spent like 4 hours on live on YouTube, and that's not counting any type of gifts people send on TikTok and shit. But people can send actual. Oh, I even didn't see I got 10 gifts now on YouTube. So whoever did, I think that was you actually just now. So thank you. But it adds up, is what I'm saying, and I didn't know it was that fast. You know, I thought that shit was gonna like be a ripoff, but no. Whatever gifts people sent was $42.
Right.
Crazy, bro. So it's cool to be able to do this and at least have something coming in. Block Rich, what up, bro? Erica, thank you for reposting. Followed you back. They probably left already. People come in and I miss their comments. By the time I notice it, they're like gone. He came home May of 23. All right, but I sent Loyalty and Shay invites if you guys wanted to come in. Let me see who else is in here. What have you been up to, Roman?
Shit.
Marky.
Waiting for the union to start back up. I'm gonna go. I got an interview with BRT Thursday. I'm just gonna go work there for a couple weeks until the union starts back up because I don't really give a shit about burning that bridge.
I followed everybody back that followed me. Yeah, BRT, man, as sad as it is to say, that's that type of job. People go there as a backup thing, I have no choice. You know, and I know me, myself, I would be, like, cool with going back there. Hey, thank you for 32 likes on YouTube, yo. What was that?
The BRT, for me, the only reason I'm going there is I just need something for like a month at the most.
Don't tell them that, obviously, but yeah.
Well,
and that's
no,
cool.
I'm going to go there. Hey, I want a job, but I'm only going to stay here for a month at the most, then I'm leaving your ass.
Well, I'm saying I've accidentally because I'll be too open and honest sometimes, and I let them know at a job before that I needed something because my job was seasonal. And they looked at me and was like, "Oh, so you plan on like going back there?" You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, so yeah, sometimes it's not good to lie, but it's also not good to give them too much information.
Well, it's not lying if you just don't tell them.
Exactly. That's what I meant with the last part. With the cats. I love creepy pastas. That's my thing. Mr. Nightmare is my favorite YouTube channel for that. Yeah, when you don't give them the information, it's all good.
I mean, odds are that they would hire me regardless because they get a tax break for hiring me.
You too, Marky. You all right, man? Yeah, they would. Oh yeah, for the military thing or something.
Well, they can get the military discount plus they can get the disabled discount.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that. Shit, they'll put you in packaging. You just gave me an idea to go back up there temporarily, but I got to call. I'm setting my alarm. I'm laying down and going to sleep earlier. I say it all the time, but if I even go to bed at like midnight tonight and I could wake up, because my schedule is backed up, back whatever, because we are supposed to be on second shift anyways. Me and Monique are supposed to, and that's who it was today. Her job, where she's at, even though she's on leave, work leave. Remember I told everybody how they accidentally put me on midnights, right?
Yeah.
Well, that was them saying it's opening back up. They're doing a mass hiring. Are you still wanting that second shift job? But by the time we seen it on our phone, she woke me up and said, "Hey, I just seen on your phone that they said this. They had the phone, whatever. I don't know what to do." Well, they were already gone. So I'm gonna tell them, well, I already did, that no matter what, they're not gonna be allowed to touch my phone if they ignore calls and texts. For one, I'm gonna hope I can contact them and say, which I wrote back, but I gotta call and leave a voicemail in the morning if they don't answer, because that's perfect, bro. Like the job down the road is cool because it's right there. I'm hoping that they said my shit could take 2 weeks. They said 2 weeks. I have like a serious background. When my background comes back, they have to run a second thing. It sounds crazy, but they run it through the criminal database for like the pretty much like a FBI database. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, bro.
I mean, if you want,
No, I'm not, Alan.
I'll be up in the morning. I can give you a call and
Please
I'll
do
just
that. Yeah.
I'll blow your phone up till you answer. You know I will.
Yeah, that's good. Call me. What time do you get up? I want to get up
I'm
at
usually like
probably 9.
6.
Probably 9. 8, 9 would probably be perfect if I could wake up at that time. It ain't like I got nowhere to be, but it's that I got responsibilities that I need to try to. So I'm thinking like 8 would be probably perfect. And somebody said I'm tweaking. You ain't been here long enough to know that I could pass a drug test right now. That I got bipolar type 2, I got a severe chemical imbalance, and I take 3 different medications. So this is my normal.
He sure the fuck ain't tweaking right now. I promise you.
They probably really might think that. But
yeah, but again, like you said, they don't know you though.
yeah, some of them don't. Some of them do. Shout out to our OGs and people who know me and us, but this is my normal, and that ties into why I've always been good with second and third shift jobs. I could lay down, try to go to sleep, and say, okay, I got to get sleep, and I'll lay there, and I have racing thoughts go through my brain telling me, get up, make a snack. Maybe you should take a shower before you go to bed, like just dumb as shit. And next thing you know, my brain will react to my body, and I'll climb out the bed, and Monique will be like, "Where are you going?" I'll be right back, and I'll come back an hour later to lay back down. Like I've been like that my whole life.
I ain't ever been. If I gotta get up in the morning, I ain't ever been able to go to sleep the first day before a job. Nope.
You get
I might as well just stay
anxiety.
awake all night.
You get anxiety. Marky, you still in here? And Shay, it says something it gave you. That was cool. Since 4. Yeah, I've been since 4:15. I'll sleep good tonight. Yeah, you'll sleep good for sure if you was doing work with a furnace.
Yeah, he said he's got a small day tomorrow, so that'll be nice. It's always nice to go and do an easy job after you do a hard lung job.
Yeah, that's true. Somebody called me ugly as hell, 10 out of 10, something, something. Hey, it's so funny how mean people are on here, bro. I don't never treat people like that, and they come in here talking crazy to me.
Once they get start bringing in the mill rights and everything for the paper mill, Packy.
Yeah.
I could probably pull you into the union then.
Through them?
With that company.
That'd be cool. Well, what, around here, though? See, that has been my problem, man. The ride.
The paper mill they're putting in over on Pine.
I'm not really too hip to that, but... Bro, I ain't complaining with anything like that. It don't even matter. Thank you guys for tapping the screen.
Go on one of the phones, the computer, I don't give a shit. Go Google Kimberly Clark paper plant, Pine Street.
In
Or
Warren?
Pine Ave. Yeah, in Warren.
Yeah, these are my only devices, but I can remember that. I'll go tell Monique right now. I can't. My laptop's dead. You're saying they haven't started it yet?
As a first-year apprentice, you're not making any less than $22 an hour.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's like with Monique's job. Like, hey, babe, back to work. You even know yet?
Tomorrow, I can go back February 6th.
February
My
6th?
pay, no pay in, or stay till March 3rd and not get paid.
Well, I was just asking because I was explaining some shit to them about what was going on with the phone thing this morning, and I'm just looking at options of, and I'm wondering if my thing came back yet for Star Forge or what. I saw Chastity text me this morning and asked what happened too.
Have you tried applying at Valorec?
Ocean, what's up? Yeah, actually, yeah. I've worked there before in the past. That's the only thing that sucks about shit like that. That's why BRT is the same. They're trying to say now that they don't have a policy where you can't come back, which I don't understand that, but it's whatever. Some places don't care about tattoos, convicted felons. Some places do, and they'll use that against you if they don't want you there.
Well, I know Amps worked there multiple times.
Where? Valorant? They were about to close the last time I looked.
At BRT.
Thank you, Ocean. I remember you. I think I remember you. Oh, at BRT, right, man. They usually don't care, and a lot of people don't know this. They can't hold the felony thing against you past 7 years. If it's actually been 7 full years, they can't use that against you. They got to come up with a different reason, even if they feel that way. So they could feel that way, but they can't say that.
That's why they started making them to where on the applications and everything where that question is. Now it doesn't just ask if you've been convicted of a felony. It asks if it's been within the last 7 years.
Yeah, this shit's crazy, man, how they can even do that. But and then, like, the thing about our country is, like, American Felon TV, check him out, y'all. Shout out to him. He's doing good things right now with his shit, and he was talking about how we have the most mass incarceration rate, and then the money that we put into it is just ridiculous, man. With building prisons, parole, PRC, APA, commissary, just everything that involves someone being put through a court process, a trial, to prison, when they come home from prison. It's billions and billions of dollars, right?
Oh,
in the industry. No one else deals with the shit like we do. Like, we are known for that. That is what America is known for, bro. It's like everybody knows somebody that's been to prison that they haven't been themselves. That all ties in with the job shit too. It's crazy. Like, it's all set up as a monopoly for failure. It's like a matrix.
That's like, in my opinion, as far as jobs go, depending on what the job is, I think being a felon, it should only be held against you if it's for certain things.
That's what I agree. Like, for instance, example to that, okay, I went to get a job at a certain place. I'm not going to say where because it's still kind of open. The first few times I went to their job fair, they were acting funny. Well, I found out why. Actually, I've already talked about it, but I still don't want to ruin it if anyone ever seen it. You know, I don't know. What I will say is though, one person who was there had face tattoo and just came home for 15 years for man. You know what? Unaliving on accident. Did 15 years. They hired him. There was another guy already working there who did I think 10 or 15 for some shit with kids. He was already working there, but they couldn't give me a reason why he said I don't think the job is good for you. I felt like it was because of the way I look with the felons. Then we found out that that in particular person was a womanizer, and that's why I'm saying it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna say it. So at Monique's job, this in particular guy, everyone said was like very perverted and liked the women. And when he found out that I was trying to get the job with her working there, people up there told me that was the moment he already knew in his mind he didn't want me working there because he don't want me working there while she was working there because that's one less person that he might have a chance with. And it sounds crazy, but on the third time I went back up there, he was already gone. And when I tried to tell them it felt like that's what was going on, they said, "Oh yeah, we've already had problems with him." They said, he don't even work here no more. We've heard this like many times. You're not the only person saying this." I'm like, damn. So everybody was telling me I was being paranoid and weird. Come to find out, I was actually right the whole time. And now that's why they're calling me back and texting me back and giving me a chance. And they had me go take the drug test. They had me go fill out paperwork, but then they accidentally put me on midnights. And I'm like, it was some wires got crossed. The guy and the girl. One thought I was starting on second shift with Monique so we could ride together. One thought I was starting the next night on midnights. It wasn't gonna work like that. So followed you back. Somebody wants to come in. I followed you back. I don't know if they bumped the button, but I'll accept it and see. I say that because a lot of people bump the button where they don't even mean to hit that shit. Yeah, Willis, keep it pushing. You're actually inaccurate. Yeah, I appreciate you. What is that, Jalen Neuro. Thank you for the support. Yeah, everything's gonna be good. Everything's fine no matter what. People who just came in might assume that because they're probably small-minded people. What's up, Alec? They have like a simple mind. You know what I mean? A lot of people are like that in this world. I've came to learn that they got like an NPC brain, but they could judge. They could. It's freedom of speech. It's whatever, but it doesn't mean that their comment was accurate. Alec.
Guess what, Packy?
Hmm.
Their judgment don't affect your life.
You're right. I've learned that, bro. I've literally came to learn that people will say and do whatever they think they want to say and do, but it doesn't change the fact that it's just their opinion. I have my own opinions. They have their own opinions. It doesn't mean any of them are actually accurate. It's case by case basis. Uh, yeah, you think so? I was wondering. I've wondered that. Now I don't know if they all are bots, but some of them are 100%. Some of them are bots. Someone said, I think they're just bots, the trolls. I don't know, but sometimes it feels like the shit they say doesn't seem like robot material. But it could be. Who knows? Hey, Dilly, you said it, not me. I never said I was cool. You said it, and a lot of times they'll come in and say tough guy. Once again, I never said it. I don't try to portray myself like that. If you take the time to comment that, it means you were thinking that about me. Because if I didn't mention it and you did, all you're doing is exposing yourself that you're over here thinking that about me. You know what I'm saying? Big Daddy Rod, you come in here and troll me, and then the next day you'll say, "What's up, bro?" Try to act like I don't know. I remember a lot of these names, and they try to trick me. No, I ain't. I took a big break. It's been hours, probably what I think like 16 hours since I live streamed. Hey, Ken said we're not bots, you idiot. So he's just proud to be a troll. Okay. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, bro, you just put yourself in that fucking category. That's crazy. This is nuts, man, that there's even like people. I agree. Just follow the laws. For the ones who don't and they go down that path, you're gonna either make it worse or better. I made it better. Some people break the laws, go to prison, and become a worse person. Some people break the laws, go to prison, and they thank God that that part of their life happened. That's me. I'm grateful that I went to prison. I'm grateful I did what I did to go to prison to get to where I am now.
Just
Trinice,
know,
what's up?
you go back when you get out. I'm whooping your ass.
Right, right. There's a lot of people been said that. Archer, hey, thank you for that skits. Archer's talking about the background I had up yesterday, bro. Some of these people are so, a lot of them thought I was either A, really in jail on, with my background, or B, that I was trying to like pretend that I was. Not understanding it just shows the niche and the category you're in. I had a background, meaning anyone who clicks that is gonna see, oh, he's a prison content creator. But some people are so dull minded that they were thinking it was whatever. And yeah, I see you for that, Handhard. I appreciate you. I think that was my. Oh wait, I changed it. My bad. Okay. Last night I had that set as my whatever. Yeah, I actually Lil Peep came out way after I was like this. So a lot of the people say I look like actually look like me because I've been doing this. I've had face tattoos since 2013, and a lot of these rappers that look like the way I do came out way years later after I already looked like this. It's like everybody wanted to try to, what I'm saying, look a certain way. I had already did that years ago, and it's actually not cool. I would never suggest anybody to get a bunch of, tattoos. Sawyer said, I enjoy your videos. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you.
I mean,
I need to make some
I
more
got a
videos.
bunch of tattoos, but
Yeah, I love
just
tattoos. Face tattoos, I meant to say.
I never wanted anything on my face.
That's what I meant to say because I actually messed that up. I actually think tattoos are amazing way to express who you are and how you are, and that you can show people like, this is who I am. If you like it, cool. If you don't, you don't. But when it comes to the face tattoos, that is a completely different ball game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ken. So have I for the last 18 out of 25 months. I've only been not working for like 7 weeks. 7 weeks, something like that. Yeah. Right, Jalen. You see that? Am I saying that right? Jalen Milrow. My bad if I'm butchering that. Jalen or Jalen, but it would have an E. Yeah, my bad. So if you're a grown person with a job trolling on the internet, bro, that just puts you in like a whole crazy different category. You're in here talking shit and being negative. So what people do is they get on, right? And they find something they're interested, they either watch or they engage. That's it. You're either watching and you're not saying nothing, or you're watching and you're engaging because you really enjoy it. That's really what social media is about. If you scroll and you find something and it causes you to want to be negative, say how you feel, be this and that, and then you actually stick around the whole time, but you're saying, bad things, but you're a grown ass adult, that's a troll. It puts you in a category of a person who is so miserable they're going out of their way to try to downgrade or downplay other people. You know what I mean? But it's called, we have a freedom of speech in America. It still doesn't change what you're doing. I would never do that. I'm 35 years old. I would never pick up my phone and be like, I'm gonna go online and find somebody talking and I'm gonna talk shit to them. Who does that? Like, now I've had issues with other content creators. I've had drama. I've had beef with people in my city, other people in different states, whatever, where we would talk shit to each other and make videos about each other. But I actually elevated and grew past that chapter and realized that, and I more or less realized that that's corny and childish, and that I would never do that again. The only way I'm ever gonna deal with some shit in my life like that is if it's in person and there's no way around it. Like, if it's something comes to me that all right, Roman, that I have no choice but to go with the flow. But I myself, it would never go online and try to pick fights with people. You know what I mean? It's just corny as fuck. I don't know, Ken, if you just got you got here about probably like 10. If I scroll up, the first comment was like 10 minutes ago. And it wasn't good. It was negative. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I would never go in someone's live and drop a negative comment. I'm not like that. I'm a different type of person. I would match people's energy. That's what I do. So like if you're disrespectful to me, I'll be disrespectful to you. If you give me a reason to feel like I want to put my hands on you or something in real life, that's because I'm matching your energy. I'm not the type that would go around and just be like, you know what, I'm gonna troll this person, I'm gonna bully this person, I'm gonna try to pick a fight with this person. I'm not like that. I do the opposite. I usually look for people doing that to other people, and then I'll get involved and be like, why are you doing that? You know, I just never liked shit like that. It's like bullies, negativity. You got to be about good vibes. I literally titled this one over here, Good Vibes Only Family Live Stream. And you're over here being negative. You see what I'm saying? Think about that. Just me. Absolutely on the energy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know how people get so bored and miserable that they want to pick fights with people on the internet. Or even just be like negative. Some people, they want to say something and get a reaction out of you. What I don't think people realize is that's technically could be classified as spiritual warfare. A lot of people don't realize they got spirits on them, they got demons on them. They can't wait to try to steal or drain some of your good energy. There's people in this world that are bad people, and they can't stand seeing people in the light. They can't stand seeing people with a good vibe. They feel like, well, why don't I have that? So instead of, even if it's subconsciously, they will sit there and try to get you up out of your hookup because they're not happy seeing you where you are in your hookup, if that makes sense, you know. Hey, see, he said I'm an idiot. I'm just an idiot. Maybe people would think you're an idiot. Everybody's different on this planet, right? No, you're the type of person that goes and passes judgment on people on the internet. That's the category you're in. I'll never be in that category. So maybe people feel like you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? I didn't. Did you vote for Trump? I voted for nobody. I don't get involved in politics. I don't. Yeah, someone just said you say you have a great life, but here you are trying to bring others down. Thank you. Exactly. Yeah, I know, man. Right? That's what I'm saying. But instead of them leaving, they stick around to try to. They try to like engage. They want to get the. They want to get a rise out of me and shit. I'm not gonna turn off my live stream, and I don't block people. I don't mute people. I don't. I just let them be engagement. It's engagement. You know. You didn't vote. I don't. You know that shit's rigged. That shit's rigged. It don't matter if you and 1,000 of your friends went and voted. It's not gonna make a difference. That shit's fucking rigged. Nobody in America has any say on what's going on in America. There is strings being pulled behind the scenes. Everything is set in stone, set in place. Even the damn president don't got nothing to do with what's going on. He's just the face. He or she is just the face of pretending what's going on in America. There are powers that be that write that shit out, and it's figured out months and years before we even find out. But they gotta make it look like people like you are gonna go vote and make you guys feel like you have something to do with what's going on in America, right? So calling me a waste of space for not voting while you're over here believing that you even make a dent in what's going on for voting, that shows that, you know, our mindset. I'm very open-minded to what's going on in the world. I pay attention. You remind me of an NPC. You're literally giving me uh asleep vibes. Like you walk around asleep. You're one of the sheep in the world, you know? That's the difference. I would never be like that. I just don't believe in politics. I don't know. Why does it matter who he voted for? Right, 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 right. All facts. See, a lot of people over here on my TikTok side agree. I'll say agree with what I'm saying, and then most people on the YouTube side, it feels like I just get trolled. Everything is ran by BlackRock. I'm gonna have to look into that. I've heard BlackRock. I don't know what that is. Is that like a underground? What was the security thing that was that underground security thing or whatever? What prison were you in? I was in multiple prisons in Ohio. Where you from? If you're from Ohio, if not, I ain't gonna make no difference to tell you. Yeah, he'll troll. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's quick. They said that he was in a good mood or he had a great life, but he's still in here. You know what I'm saying? He brought it up. No, I didn't bring it up. You brought up the politics shit. You asked me who I voted for. I don't get into the politics and shit. I don't know what just happened with that. Mm, okay. Oh, I think I showed my vape. Okay. For 10 minutes. Okay, that's cool. Alright. Is one of my mods itty bitty something? See, that's why I don't like talking about stuff like that with he just went and hey, he's a snitch too. Hey, okay, yeah, Ken's it gave me a 10-minute thing or whatever. Hey, it's cool. TikTok is for entertainment purposes only. See what I'm saying? Hey, but he claims that he's in, you know what I'm saying? He had to go out of his way to try to do whatever he just did, reported it, right? That's the type of person that is over it. I would never do that either. So, you know, you know what I'm saying? That's the difference with this. Hey, you got your 10-minute timer. I hope you're happy about it. I'm sure you are. I would never do that to somebody. Shows that you're in that, like I said, you're in this category, I'm in this category. It's a whole different, you probably ain't got too many people who agree with what you say or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You're probably by yourself, shit like that. Let me see. Hmm, let me see real quick. Settings. Hey, if he was ever in a joint, he would have been the type of dude that would have went up to the COs and said, "Hey, this and this is going on back here." That's the same thing as reporting somebody's thing. Once again, a whole different category. And you know what's funny though? I'm still on live. All it did was said for 10 minutes I wasn't on the FYP. A matter of fact, I'm gonna just restart this, y'all. I'm gonna just prove to them that doesn't make no difference. So I'm gonna let the timer run out. I'm gonna restart my thing, and we're gonna be about positive vibes because we got people like this that are so miserable that they'll sit here and do this. Yeah, okay, man. You just did that right there. That right there proves otherwise. If you just did what you just did right there, you have no play to talk shit about anything. You just did some inmate shit versus a convict. So no matter what you say from this point forward, you're giving snitch vibes. It's as simple as that. Hey, I'm gonna end this and come right back. All right, y'all. Catch me in like a couple minutes. Stay safe, stay free, stay blessed. I love y'all who are really supporting me and being here hanging out with me. The ones who don't do things like that, thank you. I appreciate you guys. And I'll be right back. Just watch for me like in a couple minutes. James, Nah, it ain't that I'm hopping off. I just had this dude over here showed his true colors of, what type of person he is. Came over here to report it. It put it for 10 minutes on something with the FYP. So I'm going to show him that I'm in control by ending this and starting a new one. And then we're going to just be positive the whole time. I'll be right back. All right. Damn, I didn't see how much money I made. That was cool. That was cool. I appreciate y'all, man. Well, well, y'all too, but I meant the people I'm talking to on this side over here. So it's a completely different audience. You know what I'm saying? Good vibes only. No drama. Let me see. Good vibes only. No drama. Mm, all right, hold on. I gotta go to here. Mm. Hey Taylor, I appreciate y'all. The ones who ain't acting like that, you know what I'm saying? Let's see. No, he's actually mad that no one does. That's why he's doing that, because he's miserable. He's sitting at home with nothing going on and feeling mad to see people like me with a good vibe and, I got that shine of a glow knowing I'm not miserable. I'm in a good place in my life. Whatever he got going on, it makes him automatically not like it. Maybe he tried to be a content creator or something. Maybe he don't got nobody listening to what he's saying. Mad I built 90 something, like 93 or 95,000 people, followers across 4 platforms. I've been on 6 famous podcasts. I got famous rappers' phone numbers. I got famous YouTubers' phone numbers. Maybe he, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he sits there and sees that and goes, damn, I wish I could be doing this. And instead of, just leaving it at that, he got to try to sabotage shit. Like I said, snitch vibes. There's a completely, I would never do that. I was beefing with Tattoo Cody at one time, right? Never once did I report any of his shit. Burner 420, same thing. I was beefing with him. Never once did I report any of his shit. The other people ain't even worth mentioning in their little crew. But those 2 people right there that are friends that I used to beef with, that I squashed the beef and me and Tattoo Cody became cool. Me and Burner, I wouldn't know if we're cool because we haven't talked, but we don't beef no more. We don't make videos, whatever. I still never went and did nothing like that because in my mind, my entire life on this existence, on this planet, that right there is still classified as telling, in my opinion. Like, that's just like in a joint, if something happens and you give 12 staff, COs, information, it's the same concept. So if you went and reported somebody's live, it's the same thing to me. It's like dropping a kite up under a door or something. You know what I mean? Letting them know what's going on. People can't respect that. So I'd rather be in this position. I'd rather be the one who got the 10-minute timer versus the type of person who would go report somebody's shit. It's different types of people in this world. Thank God that I'm this type of person versus the type of person they are. And the ones who agree, I appreciate you guys. You might not know. Only you know if I'm talking to you. If you guys are not like him, and you wake up and try to do good, make a place better than when you found it, then thank you and I love you, whether you know it or not. You know, from my family to yours, for real. Keep being good people, please. That's what this world needs. You know. Yeah, Hughes. I mean, the ones who seen what happened. Hold on, let me look. The ones who seen what just took place. Let me see. Too cool. I see you. Should I do that, Gary? Yeah, I've been home for 2 years. This life is for me. This life is not for you. That's why you're on that side and not this side. That's why you're in the chat and not behind the camera. I make $2,100 a month on Facebook doing this, and you're mad that I'm doing it, and you're actually sitting there trying to be on that side of the screen, still watching me. It's been, what, 30, 40 minutes you've been here? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not upset. I'm actually using this as ammo to remember why I am the way I am. This ain't me being upset. When I first came home, I used to get upset. I used to try to crash out on the screen. I would go to the park a block away and tell people to pull up, all type of shit. So that's me crashing out. This is me just realizing, well, I'm actually glad. So I thank you, Ken, because you just reminded me. It's been a little while since I've had a stalker fan, right? So because you just did this, you reminded me that there's people like you on the internet. I've had trolls like here and there, but I haven't had anybody actually lock in and be like, all right, I'm going to sit here for the next hour and try to fuck with this guy. You just reminded me that there are miserable people on the internet who do stuff like this. So thank you. You actually, iron sharpens iron. You've actually helped me to remember that, you know. No, I definitely ain't rich. I'm just saying there's people who do this and they don't get nothing out of it. What's up, Skits? Uh, I don't make that. Yeah, I actually do make that. I've posted screenshots of it. Um, that ain't nothing. Shit, that ain't nothing. I started out making 30 a month, 80 a month, 300 a month. It went up more and more and more, and now it's at $2,100 a month. For you guys to think that's a lot is crazy. That's not a lot. That's just what I've built mine up to. Shit, my homie makes 21,000 on this app right here a month. We showed our screenshots at the same time. Somebody else I know makes 6,000 a week on TikTok. 2,000 a month ain't 2,100 ain't nothing. That's just me getting into the beginning of where I'm headed in my life. That's just me finally about to get my family up out the hood. That's what that is. Yeah, I see boys locked in. Right, you're miserable. You ain't got nothing else going on. Definitely locked in. I see that. I'm glad that I'm glad I'm somebody that got you wanting to motivate, you know what I'm saying? Thanks, Skits. The ones that are in here, no, I didn't make it, but it's start. It's more than you make. It's more than Ken makes on social media. Anybody who does this does not all get paid for doing this. You know, it took me a very, very long time to get monetized. I got monetized on YouTube too. I got monetized on Facebook. I actually got monetized on TikTok, but some shit happened and now I'm not in the creator rewards program. I crashed out. That was back when I was still early doing this shit. So let me see. 5K month to my 9 to 5. I'm about to. What y'all think I should just ban, dude? He's gonna keep coming anyway. So what I'm gonna do is because he showed me that he's this type of person, I'm gonna go ahead and hide him from my channel, which means no matter what he says and does, we won't see it. He can sit there and say whatever he wants, but the entire time, he'll be talking to himself. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit that right now. Just like I said, once in a while, people take this troll shit a little too serious. That's him right now. Yeah. He said you banned me. Yeah, I got him hidden, so it just deleted everything that he said. And you know, I don't normally do this to people. I really don't. He got sniped. Yeah. I can still feel that he's here, bruh. This troll, babe, he been attacking me on here trying to get, you know what I mean? He went to my TikTok. I gotta actually.
He's following you around.
He's a stalker.
What he say?
No, he got it. 10 minutes took off the FYP. That ain't nothing. You know
what does that mean?
He went over here and clicked something to get, and they more or less was me and him were arguing. They said for 10 minutes we're taking you off the FYP. I'm like, all right. So I just ended the live to be more in control. But then I banned him over here, meaning that he could be typing right now, but we won't know. Well, someone said I could still feel that he's here. And that's funny. Everybody in the chat.
He probably is still there.
Skits, I appreciate you. Ken is with us in spirit. Now everybody,
yeah, he is.
Now everybody's, yeah. See, I like doing that. Like I like doing this shit. Yeah, I know
We'll
he's
bring
miserable.
Him back. Give him a second chance.
Yeah, okay. I gotta go figure out right now which one he is on TikTok. I'm doing that right now.
Give him a second chance.
Yeah, okay.
I gave you a second chance.
A second?
A fifth?
Shit.
50th?
Maybe. Top shit. Alright, but I am gonna, create another one on Ticky. Tickety TikTok, you don't stop. 187 on the motherfucking rock. He said, what? You said rock. Only my OGs don't know what that is. Or what show that is. Let me see.
Where's that one sleeper that we is our favorite?
187 motherfucking cops.
The one that feels like
Where is it at? I have records.
The one with like the flowers on it?
Yeah, I already knew he was gonna do that. That's like I said, that's his, he's my new stalker fan. You don't think I knew he was coming back? I just was sitting there thinking that 2 seconds ago. Like, yeah, he'll be back. He'll just go make another account. And like I said, nobody would take the time to go to him and do this. So all he's doing is cementing that I am doing the right thing. I am an everyday content creator that has somebody taking their time to come in, you know what I'm saying, create an account and come back. Now you know I proved him wrong that he's doing what he's doing. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. Yeah. CeeLo. Somebody watched me for a minute, and then I guess I can follow.
And then this goes up or no?
Damn it. Hold on, y'all. Just give me like 2 seconds, please. Hold on.
Because we can see if you have like.
See, people don't realize that you can. You could go back and actually look.
what? You could be waiting to
Well, so should we just put it in the.
Yeah.
Okay.
put it in the file.
And is she wearing
1
this
minute.
tonight?
1 minute. 187 on the
I could
motherfucking
change
cap.
her right now. Would you want me to change her?
Which one's that?
This one's my YouTube. That one's actually cute. Why is it?
Island is cheaper than that.
Yeah, I'm getting a full. You know what full is? I don't even know what size the full is.
Can't say.
Okay, you were right.
Why? Everyone needs a pool? I mean,
Hey, did any of you guys click him to see if he was a white dude or a black dude? I couldn't tell.
right.
I honest, I'm seriously asking because I need to know because it's between two accounts over here, and I want to know. I thought I knew what he looked like kind of from the photo. I could go check on my YouTube studio, but yeah. So y'all need to understand, right, that everything in life is about levels, right? So as you're gonna keep going up through these levels, people don't get like that. People get mad. People don't want to see you do good. People don't want to see me doing better than I always was, right? So with that being said, I need you guys to understand on both platforms, which I'll let them know on the other one. I'm only taking comments serious of
Did
people.
you eat? I
No,
cooked dinner.
no, but I will though in a minute. You're gonna spoon feed it. She's like my biggest troll too. No, I'm just kidding. She's my biggest fan, that's for sure. I'm her biggest fan. When it comes to that though, I'm saying I am gonna have to start only looking at certain comments. Is all I'm saying. Let me see. What the hell are they talking about? Spitting image. Snipe him again. I snipe him every time. Dude, he's so locked in. Yeah, he understands the assignment that he woke up today and was like, I'm gonna find somebody to obsess over and get jealous about. I just don't know who it is. And once I find that person, I will tell every other thing I needed to do today that it can hold off and wait. Because I shall stalk someone today on the internet. You're doing your thing. You know what I'm saying? R. Hughes, were you talking to me? I cornered the market once. Alright. Hold on, I gotta check something. I got 41% on this live. I'm gonna have to charge it in a minute, but I guess I'll keep it going. Yeah, right, upstate. What I'm gonna do is start a whole new live right now on here, anyways, because it's better to do that sometimes. So, that being said, I don't want to do this. I kind of want to go on my other one too. Uh, so come right back. I'm starting both right now. I'm starting this one and I'm starting this one, but I'll be right.